My name is Yassmin and I'm 23 years old. I'm based in Marrakech. I started hip hop since I was 12 in a difficult way because of this is a new thing since it is not familiar in Morocco back then. But I didn't had the chance to meet a lot of people and to share with them knowledge and everything. So day by day, I started to participate in competitions, national ones. I started to meet new friends, and we practiced together, and I started to know new things that helped me to become more open, and have a new spirit and new state of mind.
Who's with SV? We's with SV. Niggas talking shit about the clicker so they sleep. Why you talking shit up in a nigga seal? The S is finna make it happen this year. Dre's T-E-R-E-S, yeah, dog, my clicker star. Getting all the ladies and make them come out their panties bras. Back, middle to the front, don't front. They want a good time, they want to place up the skull. Can I get a hey? Can I get a yo? You for the cash? I'm for the dough. We styling and creative, the caddies and the gators. Can't be violated or even get player hated. I got niggas with the 4-5s, niggas with the text, niggas with the red beans to lay you where you rest. Guess which way, what way, how? Know the clip.
And later I started to develop my skills. Till 2017 I joined the company En Marche. That gave me a huge chance to know a whole new type of dance, which is the contemporary dancing. And it was a bit difficult because when I was practicing only hip hop, it was only with the music and the sensations and everything. But this new style, I figured out that it needs a lot of research and everything needs to be calculated and not just like that. I found the difficulty at first, but later I adapt myself. Later on, I attended a lot of master classes of huge dancers that are well known, such as Bernardo Monte and Eric Lamoureux, Ella Fatoni, and Tawfiq Ezedjo, and a lot of such as Fabio Tavares and Barbara Mahler. I joined on 2018 the team of the choreographer Hervé Koubi. We were only girls. This experience was the most precious experience to me because I learned a lot of new things. On 2019, I performed the performance Borderline. It was presented on Tanzan's festival in Canada. We learned, me and my friends, a lot of things, a lot of new things, and we worked so hard to achieve something at the end. And on the same period, I was invited by the team Movement Research in New York, United States, to attend the other master classes there and to perform on the Judson Church. There was my first solo that I named it Her Life. It was about my personal experience with the three diversions. My life as a shy human being surrounded by family and only academic studies, and the second life was my experience with hip hop only in battling and street dance, and my new me in front of the contemporary dance experience and what I learned and what I become. In each period there is a huge transformation, and later on I started to focus on the new me, what I become, concerning what I learned on the contemporary dancing. My artistic style is about the combination between the hip-hop dancing as a street dancer and the contemporary dancing as a researcher, as a thinker. Those two are, if we mix them together, it will bring us to a new style, a whole new style that is so different from other styles. It brings the old me, which I was only like a street dancer based on music only, and the new me that thinks a lot before doing any step. In any step is I'm obliged to think a lot before I do it. From the concepts that I worked on were first Les Selfies of Hervé Koubi. It is a topic about females that are the power of females, the power of girls, because in our country or the Arabic countries, we have this idea of the girls are not supposed to do such things. That, for example, dancing. Dancing it must be in a certain way. It's not very open. It is so limited. So we worked on this idea that we can do a lot of things among us, and we developed the idea of the group, and we showed that each one of us, each woman has its own style. And for another concept was Borderline by Tawfiq Isidio. It shows that the borders in our lives in general, not only the borders between countries or between cities. It was the borders in general, like the borders between a woman, a man, a child, a grown up, and everything. For the last concept that I worked on, it was my solo that shows my three diversions of my life. As a first of all as a girl, and then we towards my ideas and inside my atmosphere. And the techniques that I used in any topic, I read about it at first and I put myself in it. I see how it will affect me and how I will react. And later on, I start seeing myself around what is my turn in that topic, and I read about it and I see how it will play, what role it will play on my life. Having dreams related to art, it's something that is amazing. It is so unique in my country, but being a female will make it a bit hard because we are in a country that's consider females that must follow some rules and needs to be safe everywhere they go. A woman is always tied up with some rules that must follow if she wants to continue her life safely in this country. If she chooses to be an artist, especially a dancer, she must have a huge courage and a huge will to follow her dream. Starting by me, I faced a lot of struggles to make my own place, make my own world, and to live comfortable in it. I started by defending what I'm doing in front of my family, since they are considering studies are much important than any other hobby. I proved myself, and I did them both. I studied and I danced at the same time. It was hard, since it is at first it was a hobby, since it was a hobby that it needs time. I started to give up at first, but I discovered that with timing, management, and everything, I can do them both. I started practicing and everything, even at street sometimes when I was training with my other friends that were all boys and I'm the only one who was a girl. People's look were not something that I wanted to live every day. They see me as a not normal creature that is doing something forbidden in front of guys. We are in a Muslim country and we shouldn't do that. Since I'm a female, I should not show some private part of my body, which I don't. And I should be at home helping in the kitchen instead, which is not the thing that I want to do. Feeling all this pressure was not good for my mental health, because I was trying to fight, but with all of that against me, I started to think of giving up. My family started to understand me, and they were so supportive. They give me the atmosphere that I need. I find a huge support from them, and that's what made me continue to do what I'm doing. With all the pressure that was outside, I didn't find a place to practice in since 2017 maybe. I was so happy because I found a roof on top of my head to protect me from the people who were outside, because you can get beat up literally. So I did my best to reach a point that I always dreamed of, and that helped me to not only do what I'm doing as a dancer, but I gained self-confidence, self-esteem, and I succeeded by doing. So I succeeded by doing a lot of things at the same time. I got my bachelor degree, and at the same time I continue my dancing program. But since this wasn't the only obstacle that I faced, when I started to get what I wanted and life started to get easier, an unwanted guest visited us. Was the COVID. COVID. The unwanted guest was COVID. It changes a lot of things in our lives. It stops the world from living the normal life. The dancers were stuck at home, while this shouldn't be, because a dancer needs to get inspiration to share with his friends and to practice everywhere he wants, everywhere he can get comfortable. I got stuck at home at first and I didn't find space. I didn't find inspiration. It was a lot of pressure because I thought that we are done. We don't have any other solution. We will be stuck forever. I was terrified at first, but I managed to calm myself and to say that maybe one day we'll be able to live normal again. It was my start to meditate and to rethink. So I pressed the pause button and start to think what I should do and what should I change on myself and from where should I start. I started reading and doing some research and watching a lot of videos so I can be always refreshing my memory. It was hard. It was so hard. But I managed, as we say, if you want to take a step forward, you need to take a step back. I got hope because I got the chance to think of what should I do on my next step and my next project. So it is a pause to think clear and to go for it, and like that the road will be so easy because you learned from the previous mistakes.